Solving equations using subtraction. Let's look at a simple equation, x plus 3 equals 7. So we're saying what number instead of x, which when added to 3 gives us 7? Well, obviously the answer is 4, because 4 plus 3 equals 7. An equation is like a balance. The numbers on the left-hand side must balance the numbers on the right-hand side. But let's do this another way. Let's get x by itself. In other words, we're doing it mathematically. To do this, we subtract the 3 from the left-hand side to isolate the x. So now the left-hand side is x plus 3 minus 3, which gives us x. Let's bring in the right-hand side. But remember, we have to keep the equation balanced. In other words, x plus 3 minus 3 on the left-hand side is equal to 7 minus 3 on the right-hand side. You can see how the minus 3 undoes the plus 3. So on the left-hand side we've got x, and the right-hand side we've got 4. Notice that the 3 has been subtracted from both sides. In other words, what we do to one side, we must do to the other. So the rule is that the opposite or inverse operation to plus is minus. In other words, subtracting undoes adding. Let's solve an equation using addition. So we'll start with y minus 6 equals 13. So we're saying what number instead of y, which when added to minus 6 gives us 13? Well, the answer is 19, because 19 take away 6 equals 13. Again, notice the balancing out. 19 minus 6 on the left-hand side is equal to 13 on the right-hand side. But let's do this mathematically. Let's get y by itself. And to do this, we need to add the 6 from the left-hand side to isolate the y. Remember, we had to subtract the number with the previous problem. So the left-hand side is now y minus 6 plus 6, which gives us y. That's the left-hand side. What about the right-hand side? Well, what we do to one side, we do to the other. So y minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 13 plus 6. Notice plus 6 undoes minus 6. In other words, y is equal to 19. Notice again that the 6 has been added to both sides. So the rule here is that the opposite or inverse operation to minus is plus. In other words, adding undoes subtracting. Let's solve an equation using division. Let's look at the equation 4k equals 12. Remember, 4k means 4 times k. So we're saying what number instead of k, which when multiplied by 4 gives us 12? Well, 3, because 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So we have 12 equals 12, our balancing act again. But let's do this another more mathematical way. Let's get k by itself. And to do this, we divide by 4 on the left-hand side to isolate the k. To balance this, we must do the same thing on the right-hand side. So here we have the left-hand side, which is 4k divided by 4. The right-hand side, we must divide that by 4 too, so it's 12 divided by 4. There's the calculation where we're dividing by 4, and so we've got 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Notice this time I've just checked the solution to this equation. In other words, if k equals 3, and we substitute 4k into the original equation, 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So the rule here is that the opposite or inverse operation to multiplication is division. In other words, dividing undoes multiplying. Let's solve an equation using multiplication. Now here we have an equation, m divided by 4 is equal to minus 5. In other words, what number instead of m, which when divided by 4 gives us minus 5? This one isn't so easy to work out. So we have to use the following rule. In other words, let's use a little bit of mathematics. What we're doing here is multiplying both sides by 4. So m over 4 times 4 over 1, notice how the 4's cancel, is equal to minus 5 times 4 over 1, or 4. In other words, minus 5 times 4 is minus 20. So let's check the solution. If the answer is minus 20, then minus 20 divided by 4 is equal to minus 5. So the rule here for multiplication is that the opposite or inverse operation to division is multiplication. Multiplying undoes dividing. Now let's move on to more complicated operations where we have more than one. For instance, let's look at the equation 2p plus 5 equals 7. The unknown value p is multiplied by 2, and then 5 is added to obtain the answer of 7. To find p, we undo 2p plus 5 in the reverse order to which it was built up. In other words, we subtract 5 first and then divide by 2, which is the opposite to what we did in getting from 2p plus 5 to 7. So let's subtract 5 first. 2p plus 5 minus 5 equals 7 minus 5, which gives us 2. Then let's divide by 2. Notice we're doing it on both sides of the equation. 2 times p over 2 equals 2 over 2. The right hand side is now 1 because we cancel the 2, top and bottom. So 2p equals 2, then p equals 1. So let's look at another equation, but this time it's a division equation. For starters, 3x minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 1. In order to solve the equation, the operations used to build up the equation must be undone in the reverse order. In other words, we start by dividing by 2 and then we add the 1. Let's look at this in more detail. 3x minus 1 divided by 2, let's multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the 2 on the bottom of the fraction on the left hand side. So we end up with 3x minus 1 equals 2. Now let's get rid of the minus 1 on the left hand side. So 3x minus 1 plus 1 equals 2 plus 1. Notice we're doing the same operation on both left and right hand sides of the equation. That leaves us with 3x equals 3. So the final step is to remove the 3 on the left hand side. And because we have 3 times x, we must divide by 3. So 3x over 3 equals 3 over 3. Notice the 3 cancels out and we're left with x equals 1. So when we solve equations using more than one operation, we first of all look at how the operation was built up, then we solve the equation by undoing it in the reverse order to which it was built up. Now go to the exercise sheet and have a go at the problems for yourself. Thank you.